Welcome back to another edition of Woodsman Workshop. This week we're going to continue on with our pot hangers, but we're not going to be making a completely new one. We're going to extend one of the ones that we've already made so it can be used for multiple people. Can you guess which one it is? That's right, it's the tripod. Now we've already seen that it's easy to make and it's easy to adjust, but the capacity is a little low if you've got a group of people coming to camp. So what we're going to do is put an extension on it so more people can use it. So we're going to put a ridge pole across the top connected to a bipod, and then we can have pot hangers coming down over the top of the fire so more people can use it at the same time. So for our timber, we're going to head up to Tim's coppice area again like we did for our crane and see if we can find the bits that we need there, which means we don't have to cut down any more green wood. Now we're going to need some lashing for our bipod, and I think I've got a solution, but we'll see if we can find some poles first. There goes Tim, chopping up his logs. Right, okay, so I've had a quick look around and I found these. They should be good enough for our poles. They're definitely tall enough, and this should be good enough for our ridge. So we're winning. Still haven't cut anything down yet. Right, we need something to lash with. I've got an idea. Let's go and have a look. So this is a sweet chestnut we took down to make some ridge poles at camp. It was only a few weeks ago, so if the bark hasn't dried out too much, we should be able to use the bark for lashing. So we actually use this bark in basket making. You can see it's a little bit dry. Let's just take it off care. So here's our strip of bark. It's a little bit brittle because it's December and there's no sap. So what we're going to do is just going to try and rehydrate it. And stick it in there. Put them in our bucket. We'll go and get the kettle on and we'll come back and hopefully that'll be good to use. So with our bark holding our bipod together on our ridge pole, you can see we've got ample room for multiple people to use the fire at one time. The only thing we need now is something to hang our pots from. So another pot hanger we can use is this. It's just a simple branch. It's off of what we've taken off for our previous pot hangers, so we're not taking down any fresh trees. We've left these branches on so we can tie them around each other. And we can thread that through our ridge line. Okay, so that's one way of hanging our pot from our ridge. and we can make them all at different sizes. We can raise them up, lower them down, so people can use different pots at different stages of cooking. I've got one more I just want to show you. So here's our other hanger. It's just a simple branch with a hook left on it to go over the ridge. We're going to cut our beak a few centimetres up. We don't want it too close to the bottom because it will split out. We don't want any splits in this bit. And we want to keep as much of the bark on as possible because it's going to be above the fire. Let's head over to the stump and cut our beak. Okay, so we're at the stump. Right, first things first, we want to cut our beak. So we want to mark where it's going to go. We want to cut an X where we want our beak to go. Right, so that's where we want it to go. Now we take our knife and we batten through. Okay, so there's our X battened in. Now we're just going to take away the timber around our beak, and that will leave us with a hook. So there's our hook. We're just going to take off this bit of bark because it's not the strongest thing in the world. Just be mindful that all the bark that we take off, there is an opportunity for it to burn now because it's going to be above the fire. So here's the hook. It's not the widest, deepest hook in the world. So if you've got a zebra billy can, that may struggle to hold it. But if you've got a wire handle, that won't be a problem. And even the fish mouth spreaders, that'll work. Might have to cut this bit off a bit. Just going to see how it looks. So there it is. As expected, the zebra billy can didn't actually fit on our hook, but our camp kettle does. And as you can see, we can move things up and down the ridge to regulate the temperature. We could get our kettle boiling, move to the side, keep it warm. I really like this method. It turns your 1mm tripod into a friends and family pack fairly easily with minimal impact. Well, there you have it. 4, well maybe 3.5 different pot hangers to keep you cooking at camp. But these are going to be a great asset to our students over the coming year, and I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked what you've seen, hit the subscribe button for more, and I hope to see you next time on Woodsman Bushcraft.